So, Anthony and I are discussing my automobile. Aaron walks in and I say, God, he's back. What happened, man? I mostly worked at the house. Aaron Kaufman quietly led fast and loud. The steady man hands and keen eye changed rusty roaring devices from wrecks. However, at the show's peak, he parted without warning. This left millions of followers wondering why. Silence did not follow to everyone expected, but it turned controversy, personal conflict, and personal reinvention few could have imagined. And when you hear awful things he had to dealing with would shock you. The rise of Aaron Kaufman. When Discovery's the 2012 TV show Fast and Loud, viewers were immediately captivated the chaos of Gas Monkey Garage. Richard was the hub. Owner Rawlings is loud and talkative, who loved the excitement of the trade. But another face appeared quickly to draw attention. Standing quiet background, often covered grease with intense concentration, Aaron Kaufman. His talent, patience, attention to detail contrasted to Rawlings' frenzy. And before long, people understood he wasn't merely supporting. Slowly, Aaron Kaufman was the build's hub. In many ways, the secret weapon behind show success. Sadly, what fans didn't know was fame and exposure Fast and Loud generated brought him would also come at private expense he could never have anticipated. Aaron Kaufman was born on January 26, 1982, in Crowley, Texas, little city outside Fort Worth. He was raised working class where independence and persistence was common. His father and grandfather were handymen who worked long hours maintenance around the home garage, and little Aaron absorbed anything he saw. Starting young, tools grew familiar. He realized difficulties could be solved with a wrench, patience, and openness to learning. This curiosity began early. While most of his peers liked riding their bikes, Aaron wondered how they worked. He disassembled bike, lawnmower, and even household appliances, not always capable perfect their repair, but seeking understanding always. Mistakes didn't deter him. Instead, they energized him. If something failed, he tried again till it worked. This trial and error became the norm foundation for his approach mechanical issues later in life. One is defining childhood memories driving a 1968 Ford F-100 truck pickup. The first vehicle ever drove, sparking something never faded. That truck wasn't just transportation. To Aaron, it symbolized freedom, independence, craft. Its rough style and classic lines stirred his interest in American truckshot rods. From then on, he became interested in changing improvement of machinery. After high school, Aaron attended a Locke, Texas college, but the conventional classroom unable to hold. His restlessness and devotion to manual labor drew him differently and soon dropped out. His degree was non-existent. Mechanics or engineering because was never his way. His education was garage and instructors were his. He ripped many engines and frames disassembled and rebuilt. Every failure taught every triumph, and new thing boosted his confidence. At Dallas-Fort Worth area, Aaron worked in small garages where he gained fame, grew, and stood out instantly because of his approach projects. He valued precision, yet as did inventiveness. He was skilled at discovering promise in obsolete machines that others may consider garbage. He could envision a building before it even begun. He then had the it takes expertise and patience to realize, combined speed, accuracy, and his painting distinguished him, and shortly name began spreading throughout the car community. Rods and hot custom manufacturing became his specialty. He enjoyed the challenge of taking something worn and outdated, making it sleek and powerful equipment that turned heads. Every project was personable and treated every construction like a canvas. The notoriety stemmed from his skill and passion, his many garage hours, nights filled with trial runs, and willingness push through disappointment work as anticipated. His patience, combined persistently experimenting, become one of the most esteemed young local mechanics. By late 2000s, Aaron Kaufman established identity as a master fabricator, distinct style. People noticed his work quality and efficiency. He delivered it. And it was that balance, unique combo imagination and discipline that gradually attracted bigger-than-life Richard Rawlings' personality. With lofty goals, his Dallas garage, Gas Monkey, meeting would change anything for Aaron. Even though he unaware of his skills development since childhood prepared him for a greater platform than ever imagined. The next chapter wouldn't only renown him, but also introduce millions of viewers worldwide join Fast and Loud. In the early 2000s, Aaron Kaufman worked at a Dallas shop, when fate brought Richard Rawlings through doors. Already famous, Rawlings' Texas vehicle scene, always chasing expanded initiatives and prospects. But what struck his eye that day was no ordinary mechanic messing but a young fabricator who could transform raw materials remarkable. Kaufman flowed naturally, working from idea to execution with conviction out. What Rawlings noticed in Aaron talent that could realize his vision. Gas Monkey Garage goes further locally run. Just like that, partnership formed between the two males. Soon after, Kaufman offered lead position in shop mechanic. This started an upcoming partnership become a TV phenomenon. When Discovery Channel premiered Fast and Loud in 2012, the idea was simple but addictive. Locate vintage automobiles, restore or customize under intense, turn deadlines into profit. Cameras saw the drama of negotiations, workshop turmoil, satisfaction of completing a build thriving. In the middle, Aaron, the show's mechanic Kaufman, was unmistakable. Every big build relies on him. Technical work management skills, problem solve under pressure, meet deadlines without sacrificing quality. Viewers noticed fast that Rawlings supplied enthusiasm and bargains. But Kaufman made automobiles possible. Kaufman's show role was clear: lead mechanic and fabricator. He oversaw the shop floor, instructed the mechanics, and placed stamp every gas leaving construct Monkey Garage. What distinguished him was his steady attentiveness. Chaos ensued around him. Kaufman worked hard, methodically and carefully detailed that distinguished hasty job, distinctive item. His beard, which became a characteristic, accentuated his modest but dominance. Indeed, fans began calling him the Bearded Wonder. Nicknames stayed inside and outside the garage. Among his most notable show projects were Ford Mustang Fastback, 1967 performance. Driven restoration expanded possibilities done on the show's tight time frame. They're including the 1931 model, a rat rod, another build that let Kaufman mix raw materials with style manner unfamiliar to viewers. Audiences quickly connected with Kaufman, became more than just a reality show mechanic. But behind the scenes, his impact extended past the garage. He builds raised Gas Monkey Garage brand, making it credible in custom car world. Audiences watched Kaufman's would make next. As the show grew, Gas Monkey products became popular. Global sales and social media presence exploded. Kaufman worked at core of growth, aiding make a Dallas Garage worldwide brand. Even as the show grew, cracks formed below the surface. Very traits that helped Kaufman succeed, like preciseness, patience, and unwillingness, were increasingly at risk of cutting corners at odds with fast-paced television-driven show requirements. Fans celebrated the builds and finished items. Pressure behind the scenes grew. Kaufman had established his profession by doing things correct way, and the environment, continuous deadlines, and TIF schedules pulled him away that ideal. The tension would finally break, preparing for one of the biggest discussed historical decisions the show. Kaufman quit the show. By late 2016, Aaron Kaufman's name became inseparable from Fast and Loud. Fans watched him for his calmness, approach, and careful construction did for the greater-than-L vital energy of Richard Rawlings, which is why his resignation was announced as such shock. Decision was made public. Late 2016, but not until the finale of Season 8 aired next year that viewers truly recognized reality. A bearded mechanic who turned Gas Monkey Garage, a global brand, left, and the news suddenness left fans surprised and perplexed. For many, Kaufman left abruptly, but causes grew with time. The Fast show was one of the most issues. Production schedules required 9-day build cycles, which means automobiles are turned around quickly, speed that left little room for intricacy and craftsmanship Kaufman valued. Years had gone into constructing a reputation for precision and ingenuity. The show's focus on rapid flips began to conflict with his personal standards. Project rushing satisfied the cameras, but left him frustrated. And over time, consistent pressure exhausted him. The inventive differences went beyond deadlines. Kaufman wants to expand. Ambitious projects, cars that needed engineering, creativity, and depth, mechanical issues. However, the show's formula called for speed, spectacular negotiations, and turnarounds. Conflict caused tension, not only with producers and Richard Rawlings. Kaufman envisioned construction could improve his craft. However, the show's structure kept him confined to routine. The workload also hurt. Filming a reality show that required constancy output means Kaufman and crew were typically working 100-plus hours a week. Travel exacerbated weariness, dragging him from the workshop and depleting his preferred energy focus on building. Overburnout occurs. Even for someone as committed as Kaufman, the unrelenting pace was unsustainable. His enthusiasm for cars remained, but the surroundings, his presence hindered job enjoyment. Behind the camera, his friendship with many thought Rawlings was closer to viewers thought. They worked well together before the crowd, but off-camera, connection was limited. Kaufman wants more say direction of builds and long-term garage vision. He felt the show often prioritized in-screen conflict over quality. Automobile shift interfered with the values he carried from childhood. Initial unified vision gradually became reality. It became two distinct ways to the auto industry. When Kaufman arrived the auto industry acted immediately. Industry outlets examined the story in depth, reasons for his departure, and speculation what might follow. They were fans divided. Some praised his choice, knowing his norms and health was paramount. Others were critical, blaming Rawlings' producers for making an environment that expelled him. Discovery Channel released a measured statement accepting his departure without blame. But it was obvious that losing Kaufman was crucial change for network's flagship automobiles. How? Impact on the show was immediate. Even though it continued without him, something basic changed. Fans missed his balanced series, and many believed it builds lost genuineness. Ratings began to fall and seasons followed. With Rawlings still provided entertainment and negotiations, without Kaufman's support, the show suffered with craftsmanship that replicate magic. By 2020, Fast Loud completed its run, shutting the segment on Discovery's most successful auto programs. But for many viewers, the drop started the day Kaufman left. After Kaufman left Fast and Loud, he slowly stopped wondering why it left the show to the first story to revolve around his showtime. Followers of every episode began delving deeper, and soon, controversy became part of conversation. The disputes followed. After Aaron Kaufman left from the play, wondering what happened grew behind the scenes louder. Fans of the show started piecing combined theories, and disputes joined the discussion. Some focused on the show, while others knew Kaufman, while he rarely spoke to them directly. Fast and Loud from the start aggressively used drama to maintain audience captivated. Negotiations were fierce, deadlines were harsh. A building always seemed to dangle thread until the closing minutes of episode. But eventually, accusations surfaced that much of this drama was written or exaggerated for TV. Viewers noted certain last-while minute saves seemed practiced. Others observed how often deadlines were arrived just in time. In several industry insiders suggested that some more timelines were made TV tension versus guerrilla logistics. There were also claims some builds fans saw on screen weren't fully in-house. Rumors spread that some projects finished off-camera or partially outsourced to other shops. This speculation grew anytime viewers noticed inconsistencies film or when builds looked better polished beyond the timeline. Though Discovery Channel never confirmed or rejected these accusations, whispers started several arguments over how authentic was the show, workmanship, and cost televised editing. Questions also surfaced regarding cast conflicts members. Fans witnessed arguments that compare Kaufman, Rawlings, and other crew members, typically rising at only the appropriate moment for drama. Some Kaufman fans asked if these disagreements were real, promoted by producers to boost others. Suspected tension disputes may have existed amplified for cameras. But what? Uncertain where reality stopped, scripted TV originated there. As Kaufman left, another wave of speculation spread. Internet reports circulated that Kaufman and personal conflict with Rawlings even fought in court. Stories throughout social media and forums proposing lawsuits or commercial battles behind the scenes. However, no court records ever shown to support those claims. Both men conducted themselves professionally. Statements whenever requested, and neither confirmed any major dispute took place. There were whispers concerning Kaufman's health. Some thought his long hours and high-stress timetable had a heavy toll physically, while others questioned his medical issues contributed decision to depart show. While these Kaufman never confirmed claims, speculation grew due to him from his abrupt departure and burnout he mentioned in interviews. Throughout, Kaufman maintained his approach steady. While controversy online and in media, he avoided feeding. He never fanned rumors passionate about drama and maintained his public professional tone. Fans inquired. His replies were evaluated on his desire for creativity and improvement his life balance. He never attacked Rawlings or producers, and he reiterated his focus on the vessel, not the noise surrounds it. The professionalism, along with his reputation for authenticity, shielded him from much the aftermath. Despite the noise surrounding his show exit, Kaufman focused on growth. Following chapter without cameras. And this quiet attention conceals a more personal struggle that would challenge him further than rumors could ever imagine unfold. Personal struggles of Kaufman. When Fast and Furious introduced Aaron Kaufman to fans, loud, they observed a patient, skilled, trusted fabricator who could complicated develops under impossible deadlines. What they missed was the cost of such pressure adopting his body and mind. Years off combining garage work with added reality TV expectations left Kaufman facing obstacles acknowledged he could no longer ignore. His own struggles, though privately, shaped the direction of his life after cameras ceased rolling. One of the hardest Kaufman suffered physically. Long hours leaned over engines, lift hefty parts, and grind metal had hurt his back. Chronic, he suffered daily back discomfort that a routine he worked through despite slowing him down. His enthusiasm for racing and fabrication had also caused injuries. He sustained strains, bruising, cumulative wear, and tear injuries over time. He said in interviews confessed he often pushed his body beyond health motivated by deadlines and his own motivation perfection. The fast-paced show only made things worse, leaving him little downtime. This physical fatigue is unfortunate, accompanied mental pressure. Kaufman said during peak filming years of the show, stress was hypersistent and relentless cycle construction, deadlines, and filming left him drained. Although he had devoted fans basis and global renown, he often felt alone. Fame didn't end the loneliness of unending work hours or anger at being unable follow his passion projects to build. The difference between what audience seen and experienced private became broader each season. Kaufman ultimately burned out that realized he needed a break spotlight to heal physically and mentally. Another Kaufman difficulty struggled with identity. He never intended to be a TV star from when disassembled bikes as a kid lawnmowers. His aim was simple: improve machinery, looked crisper, and pushed limits design. Thus, the rapid shift into celebrity status bothered him. Fans adored him, but Kaufman battled reality TV label mechanic. To be recognized for craftsmanship, not membership entertainment show. The constant attention and expectations came he felt disconnected from himself. When Kaufman arrived, leaving the show wasn't just a career move, but necessary preserving oneself. Taking time off to prioritize his health, giving his body chance to recover from years off strain. He prioritized rest, introspection, and personal progress. Away from the cameras, he found space to breathe and reset. The break also allowed him to reconnect with the grassroots automotive culture that had influenced him in the first place. In place of working behind the clock for a television audience, he could once again immerse himself in initiatives that spoke to his passion rather than manufacturing demands. Rebuilding at his own speed became a form of recuperation. Kaufman began choosing undertakings that intrigued him, not one's deadlines or ratings. He connected with automobile fans more personally, attending events, giving his expertise without TV editing filter. This period returned to values offered labor, independence, curiosity had grown up with. For Kaufman, leaving fame was not about stepping away from automobiles. This was about taking charge of his love for them terms. As he reclaimed control, his way, he shaped a future showed his ideals better than planned deadline ever could. This turning point prepares for next part where fans would follow him finally, saw Aaron Kaufman's build up throughout. Aaron Kaufman today. From Fast and Loud, Aaron Kaufman immediately carved out new chapter that better fits his vision and ethics. Arclight was founded in 2017. Shop fabrication in Dallas, Texas, manufacturer of aftermarket parts for vintage Ford F-100s. The firm gained popularity immediately for its precision and devotion to quality. Kaufman's attention was not mass-produced or glitzy marketing, but on supplying parts exhibited American craftsmanship. Arclight allowed him to return to his passion for grassroots automotive culture when creating something sustainable that let him fully creative control. Centering the store Ford F-100s, a truck which defined his early car obsession, Kaufman identified professionally back to the machines that inspired him. Arclight production increased, not simply a company. It was that statement. Kaufman left, TV production pressures develop at his own leisure, and Arclight granted him freedom. The shop allowed he designed, built, and tested sans camera crews or scheduled deadlines. Clients and fans liked his work's honesty. The company gained respect in the automotive community for sticking to its specialty. Through Arclight, Kaufman showed his fans he wasn't pursuing fame, but greatness. He enjoyed his field. Even Kaufman left fast, and Loud continued watching TV completely. In 2018, he started gearshifting with Aaron Kaufman on the Discovery Channel. The new series gave his chance to discover more difficult projects, the kind he longed to take on. The complex builds and timelines more reasonable, and the focus was on invention, not entertainment drama. Fans liked the modification, applauding the show for showcasing automotive craftsmanship and creativity more authentically. A year later, Kaufman broadened his horizons in 2019. That additional series, Aaron Needs Work. This show took him outside his garage and across America, investigated diverse industries from firefighters to heavy equipment military vehicle work. The format educational and gave viewers broader Kaufman's curiosity eagerness to learn. While it was from hot rods and custom trucks, it revealed another side respecting him as a craftsman for any specialized labor. Both shows were authentic, without artificial drama, strengthening Kaufman's values carried since childhood. Not inside television, Kaufman also explored his passion for racing. His involvement began promoted hill climb and drag racing events, testing his talents in high-performing environments. Such events Pikes Peak International Hill Climb, the Texas Mile, let him merge his love of constructing with excitement a contest. Another was racing. Creative outlet, giving him chance to challenge machines. Express your enthusiasm with fans. He continuously updates supporters' social media and YouTube showing his projects, races, and daily life at Arclight production. In public reflections, Kaufman has been candid about insights from his years on television. He often stresses the significance of creative freedom, maintain equilibrium in high industries under strain. Personal experience, stress, and fatigue have made him an mental health awareness advocate. In trades and careers, continuous demands and long hours are usual. Youth are also encouraged by him. Builders to prioritize passion over fame, reminds them that the best work comes from craft dedication, not from seeking stardom. Today, Kaufman lives in Texas, running Arclight fabrication full-time. While he occasionally attends car exhibitions, he attended industry forums and events. That prefers a low-profile life allows him to concentrate on building. Also, inventiveness. He chose prioritize quality over fame, making sure his reputation stands work strength rather than visibility. Fans regard Kaufman as centering automotive figure, particularly due to his actions maintained his passion. In his voyage illustrates that leaving the spotlight doesn't imply disappearing. Sometimes it requires legacy building. On your terms. Do you think Aaron Kaufman chose well by leaving fast and loud? Drop your answers in the comments below. Would love for your reply. If you liked it, video, click next. Displaying video.